Hello, everybody. Give me just a hot second here to get myself situated and get the comments up on my iPad. Hello, good evening. It is Tuesday, November 16th, which is crazy. It's been kind of a crazy day today, which we'll get into that here in a second. But what you do need to know, I have no idea if it's flipped over. I'm sure it has probably by now. But here we go. I'm going to pull it up. That'll give me my comments. Plug that in. Okay, I think we're good now. Maybe. What just happened? No. Come on. Well, hopefully this will work. There it goes, I think. So much stuff everywhere. All right. Oh, yep, there we are. Hello. Hey, hey. Yay, I can see comments now. It is 7:30 Eastern time, but oops. But we had daylight savings last week, so that might be why it's a little confusing. Oops. Okay, sorry, I'm adjusting. Yeah, so daylight savings was last Sunday. No, not last Sunday, the Sunday before that. So all of our times are a little bit weird now since we gained an hour, I think, right? Lost an hour, gained an hour, something in there. Okay, I'm going to try to move some things real quick without everything falling. So let me just kind of squeeze in here and grab this stuff out. I have been feverishly working on getting some page planning done for December Daily. I've got lots ready to go, which is very exciting. Makes me feel a little bit better and a little bit more prepared for the season. So let's see, this goes to story number 6. So today we're going to, I'm going to get back to your comments here in just a second. So today we are not going to do anything with the title page because I can't do anything else with that quite yet, but we are going to finish up the calendar. So I want to keep that out, and then we're going to do story 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4. Maybe we'll get 1 through 4 ready to go. We'll see. We'll see what we got time-wise. But I also have 5, 6. That's number 8. Where's 7? That's 9. Where's 7? There it is. 7, 8, 9. And 11. Where's 10? 10, 11. And then a random 27. Okay, so I'm going to put all this to the side, out of my way. And this can go to the side, out of my way. Okay. So yes, today we're going to work on finishing up the inside pocket for the calendar, and then we're going to work on the first 4 stories. And we'll see if we can't get all of them prepped and ready to go. Let me see where we're at. Let's see here. Okay, somewhere it says 8:30, but the description says 7:30. That's super weird. I wonder if it's something to do with daylight savings. I'm going to look into that and figure out what's going on with the 8:30 thing, because that's super weird. But yeah, so hello. Hello, everybody. For those of you who saw my announcement earlier today, I did take Jonah to the doctor's today. It's why I had to cancel the 1 o'clock because yesterday he had a diaper rash that was kind of, I mean, it wasn't pretty. It was kind of a bad rash in the morning. And then by the time we went to bed, so within like 12 hours, it had spread all over his whole body from his ears and face and just everywhere, head to toe, everywhere. So he's had hand, foot, and mouth before. He's had impetigo before, so we kind of know what those ones are like. This one, my first thing I thought was hand, foot, and mouth, just based on the way it looked. but he was really, really itchy, like up all night, which means I was up all night last night taking care of him. Because he was itchy, he couldn't go to sleep. I gave him an oatmeal bath. We put on like lotion, and that seemed to help. He went to bed after that and slept for a good 3 or 4 hours before we had to get up and take Izzy to school. So because of all the itching, I was like, oh my gosh, could this possibly be chickenpox? Because chickenpox is super rapid in how it spreads. We do have a vaccine here, so Jonah has had 1 dose of that vaccine, and he gets another one, I believe, at age 4. So there's like, he's mostly covered, but there's still a little wiggle room for him to get it. So I was like, oh, could it be chickenpox? Because typically hand, foot, and mouth is not itchy. So that's why I was like, let's do the oatmeal bath and take care of that. So then this morning I called the doctors, and they couldn't get us in until 1 o'clock. Or right after 1 o'clock. So we went in, and they said it is not chickenpox. So thank goodness for that, because chickenpox is no fun, first of all, but it's also super contagious. And we were around our niece for the last week. So I was like, oh my God, I don't want, I hope we didn't give her chickenpox, or like, who knows? So I'm glad it's not chickenpox. They said that it is just some kind of viral infection, that he probably, had some kind of cold, which he did. He had a runny nose and a cough. Basically the whole week we were in Mexico, he went there with it, but no fevers. So that was kind of strange, because usually there's a fever with that kind of stuff. So they're like, anyway, it probably just manifested itself in this like body wide rash, and then they gave us a steroid to give him so he can be on the mend. So thank goodness it's not what I thought it was, which is why we always go to the doctors to be sure. And we'll be good now. So that's taken care of. So that was earlier today. Then I went and picked Izzy up from school and took her straight to the pharmacy, and she got her very first COVID shot today, or vaccine, in addition to her flu shot. So she's not happy with me because she got 2 pokes today, and that's not fun. But I'm pretty happy, because that means we're 1 step closer to having our risk minimized or reduced, right? So fun day, lots of doctor stuff today. So here we are. I am so ready to turn you guys to my desk so we can work on December daily. So let's do it. I'm gonna grab my stool so I can position you guys right, and then we'll turn you around, and you're gonna see my my pizza dinner that I'm gonna eat while I craft with you guys today. Okay, here we go. Yay, pizza. This is what happens when you go on vacation and you don't have any ingredients in your house, and you have to go get medicine from Walmart, is you pick up a frozen pizza. Yay! So that is that. Let me move this to the side though. You don't need to we don't need to focus on it. We can focus on this. So let's get this repositioned. Yay, thanks Millie. Yeah, and Libby, we're super excited about it. She's, she has mixed feelings about the whole thing, but we're all happy about it. Okay, so first what we're going to do is finish up the calendar here. So I'm going to keep my reason why. I meant to do this before I got on today to make the 10x8 ones, but I'm going to do that tonight before I go to bed and post that up in the group, because it's really, really helpful to have some sketch pages for working on foundation pages. So that is something I have on my docket for today. I just kind of ran out of time. So I'm going to put that back in here. For those of you who weren't here yesterday, we made the reason why that's going to go on the back of my title, which is just going to be a wreath piece that I have cut out already. So this is going to go on the back side and it will be stitched on, but I need a photo to go on the front. So that for now is just going in the envelope. The funny thing is I talked about getting photos done this weekend, like having my sister-in-law come over and taking family photos for each other's families. And now Jonah's covered in a body rash. So probably not going to do that this weekend. Might wait until maybe like Thanksgiving weekend would be a good time. Just, you know, for a multitude of reasons to see each other, first of all, and then also, I guess that could be a good time. So for the calendar, I actually need to grab I'm going to go grab my album real quick. And take a bite of pizza. Okay. Here we are. Okay. This is the one I want. So, we are going to work on this. Okay, so here's the title piece that is unfinished as of right now. The inside cover, where can I put you? Where you're nearby, but not too near. Okay, so this is going to need red line tape. And so the only reason I couldn't finish it yesterday is because I had red line tape coming in the mail today. So it arrived, yay. And that means that, there's a hair. That means I can finish this. So let's move that out of the way. And so this will be kind of easy peasy, just add some tape and stick it down. And that will be done. Where are you? There you are. Okay, so I'm just going to add it right on top, like, because I can see the adhesive through the plastic pocket. So I'm just going to add it back on top, like so, to create the pocket. I ended up getting red line tape in both this smaller size, so this is a 1/8 of an inch, and I got it in the 1/4 of an inch as well, which I've never had it that big. I've only ever had the smaller kind. So it'll be kind of nice to have some choice variety. Okay, put that back in the drawer and do this one. Something wet. Okay. Okay, so now what I need to do is position this so that it is far enough down that this is somewhat centered here. That is probably going to be good. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it down. Pull the plug, right? Just do it. All right, here we go. Whoop. Oh, thank you, Millie. Yeah, that was actually a good idea. So I wasn't here. That was a good idea to go ahead and just go back and watch yesterday's. When we went to Mexico last week, literally the only thing that I had even thought about for December Daily at all was just my product play lesson. And that is it. Like, I had no other ideas for what I was going to do. I mean, stories. I knew the stories I was going to tell because I did do that prior to going. And that makes everything easier for me now. But design-wise, I had no ideas. So when I came home yesterday, well, I guess Sunday we came home and just relaxed because, you know, traveling and flying and all that stuff with young kids is a nightmare. So, so we just relaxed on Sunday. But then on Monday, maybe I should have put more space in there. Oh, it's okay. It'll be fine. On Monday, I got up and got to work. And so prior to the 1 o'clock time, I had designed like 3 or 4 pages. And then after the live, I did a couple more. And then today I did a couple more. So I have currently 12 pages that I have ready to go, or at least that I have designed, right? Like to this point with the products pulled out. And that feels really good. That's almost halfway. So that feels really good. My hope is to get everything kind of conceptualized by the end of this week so that all I have to do is just kind of come on here live with you guys and put them together, you know, and have that be that. So that will feel really, really good. All right, so here we go. So this is going to be the calendar. I'm going to fill all this in with photos. We're going to see probably at the end of the month how this feels being, you know, having all the photos in there, if we love looking through the window and seeing all of it, or if I want to add some kind of embellishment on there. Like, for instance, I could, it's going to be all the way to the bottom, isn't it? Oh, almost. Come here. Like, for instance, I could do this, right? Like, good tidings of comfort and joy. Actually, I would probably keep the gold. Yeah. Like, that could go right here in the middle and break up some of the color once we get a bunch of photos on there. But also, I might like it with all that color. So for now, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't need to make that decision right now. It's good enough. So that is going to be that. So we've got that. We've got, this will be the intro. This will be reason why. And then we're going to get into story number 1. So for now, I don't need this anymore. I'm just going to set that to the side. Okay, I'm going to take another bite. Sorry. Aaron got home a little late tonight, so he had to go pick up medicine for me, for Jonah. So we have a late dinner. Okay. So. Terry, that's so funny. Is it normal to be feeling overwhelmed? Yes. Yes, 100% normal. So before I sat down and just started thinking things through for myself, logging on to Instagram or Facebook and seeing everybody's stuff felt really overwhelming. And it made me feel like I was behind, you know, like, which there is no behind, but it made me feel like I was behind. And, you know, everybody has all these amazing ideas, and how am I ever going to have an amazing idea because everybody else has them right now, and, you know, all that stuff. So you get a little, like, a little bit of, what do I want to call it? Like, not imposter, but you know what I mean? Like, where you just start feeling overwhelmed in the sense of, I need to have the most creative pages because everybody else's pages are so creative. And that's not necessarily true, and not necessarily true. That's absolutely not true. You don't have to have the most creative pages. You just need to have, like, for me, when I start doing foundation pages, I go into it with the mindset of, I want to create space for stories. I want to create a place to put my pictures. And when I know the stories that I want to tell, and I let go of the whole, like, I need to tell the story that happens on the day it happens, you know, because some people have filler stories that they'll put in for the days when nothing happens. I've let go of the idea of documenting in that way because it doesn't work for me and my personality. And sometimes I feel the FOMO still of, like, I want to be more spontaneous with my storytelling. Like, I do feel that. But also it feels way better for me, way less overwhelming when I can just say, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna come up with the stories that I want to tell. Like, when I look at a book on my shelf, when I pull it off the shelf and I look through it, what are the stories that I'm actually going to care about when I flip through that book? And many of those are ones that we can decide, if not all of them, are ones that can be decided before the month even happens. So that's just how I roll with it. And the nice thing for me is it allows me the freedom I just need a scrap piece of paper to glob glue on. How about this? No, I don't want to use that. I just want to use a spare piece of paper. Okay, here we go. Anyway, it allows me to set up the pages for myself, you know? So like, for instance, I knew I wanted to do this one right here. I knew I wanted to do a bucket list page. Like that's a story I want to tell. So what's everybody's bucket list? And it's a different way to tell the story of like all 4 of our family members this year, you know, which is something I like to do in my albums. And this is a way to tell that story in a different way. For me, like, I don't need December 1st to come around in order to do that. Although I am going to wait probably until December 1st to ask everybody their bucket list. So I might do that. But I know that this is a story that's important to me, so I'm going to include it. And then it's just a matter of like, okay, so I know I want this story to go in my album. What is a way that I can set myself up to tell that story? I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if any of this is helpful at all. It might not be. I guess what I'm trying to say is that overwhelm is incredibly normal. We all feel it, including the people who are rock stars at December Daily. They are all feeling it. Everybody is feeling overwhelmed. But it's just let your joy and your excitement for the project supersede that. And be okay, you know, if your project is not, in your eyes, I guess, you know, the best thing ever. Like, telling the stories is where the joy is. This part is simply getting yourself set up with the space to put them, you know. At least that's how I see it. And part of the reason why I prep a lot of my album, why I prefer to prep a lot of my album, is that it allows me to focus my energy more on the story itself, which is something that I have found through the last couple of years that I enjoy. You know, that's the part I enjoy the most. And it lets me spend more time with my family too during the actual season. Okay, so what I'm doing here, we're setting up a December bucket list page. So what I have done here is I have cut out my titles using the silhouette. So I have the script alpha font from Ali Edwards in the physical form. So I have the large one and I have the small one, but I also have it digitally. So I took the digitals and I put them together to create the words December, bucket, and list so that they would fit in a 6-inch wide space because I wanted them to go on top of my pockets. So I did that, and then I also made sure to put them close enough to each other. Actually, I can pull this up here so you can see. I put them close enough so that they all touched each other so that when I cut them out on my silhouette, it would cut it out as one full piece instead of individual letters. So it's like one whole word. You do lose a little bit of like definition between, let's say, the M and the B, or the B and the E and the R. Like, these are a little bit squished together, but it's still good enough that you can read it and see what it says. So that doesn't worry me. Once I had that ready, I threw this in to silhouette to go ahead and cut it out, and I did 3 of each word so that I can layer them up and give them a little bit more stability. This is almost going to be the thickness of the glitter titles, which I don't have there. I mean, I have, but they're buried. So it's similar to that. Probably if I cut one more, it would be even closer to that, but it's good enough for me. I wanted to do it in black as well so that it would pop out against the canvas color here. And then bucket and list are also going to fit side by side in the same area. So it'll be my full title there. So we'll do that and we'll get this adhered together. Let me see what else, if anything else. let's see here. You had 2 ideas this year and both have been seen already. So, okay, with the, that happened to me too. With my product play class, actually. Back in September, they told us what our products were going to be, or we chose our products. So the regular design team for Allie Edwards is all doing projects using the main kit. So anything that came in the kit from Allie. And the December Daily creative team is doing projects that are using add-ons and possibly mini kits. I don't really know. I assume mini kits because I know we're just doing the regular kit. So anyway, once we knew what kit we were going to have, we had this like day where we could sign on and into like a sign up sheet and put our name down for a product that we chose. So I chose the stockings because I'm like, yes, I'm going to make a fireplace and I'm going to make it interactive, and because I love to make interactive things, and that'll be something cool to put in that class. Which is probably like not basic enough. Like it probably was a little too complex, but just compared to everything else that's been in the class this year so far. Although Neela, hers was a little bit more complex too with the paint pouring, which is something I'd love to try. I have that on my maybe I will do this list. Anyway, so I had that idea. Literally a week later, I think Morgan Beal was talking about doing one. Somebody commented about it in one of the like lives, and it was everywhere. Like everybody had the same idea, which of course, I mean, they're stockings. What else are you gonna do with them? There are other ideas of things you can do with them, but I'm just saying, if you're going for something epic, then a fireplace is probably like the only thing. But it still was kind of a bummer, you know? Like, oh man, everybody else is thinking of the same thing. It's not very original. But honestly, the secret is, in the scrapbooking world, like nothing is actually original. Like pretty much everything has been done before in some capacity. Maybe it wasn't for like a scrapbook layout, or maybe it was somebody who did something like that and never posted it. Who knows? It's been done before though. And that, when you think about it that way, it helps to take away a lot of the like pressure of being original and the competition, right? Like, because it's not a competition at all. Everybody should be able to do their own thing and, you know, have the same accolades for being creative. Like, it's all good. But yeah, that happens. It happens a lot. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sure that was very frustrating to have ideas and have them already come up. Okay, we got that. You've decided to do the A to Z list, which makes planning ahead so much easier, which matters too. Michelle, that's really cool. So that would be like, who did that last year? Because they talked about it in the prep day, that's such a cool idea. And it's perfect because there's 26 letters in the alphabet, right? So you basically have 26 stories. I'll be excited to follow along and see what you put for all the different days. I have a day where I'm going to be doing an A to Z like Christmas story. Like that's my prompt, is A to Z Christmas. And I think what I'm going to do, because it will be I think it's on the 22nd or the 21st, I think, of December. And so what I'm planning to do is to, hold on, Erin, me, Izzy, Jonah. What I am planning to do is to like go around our house and with the kids, like find things that are Christmas that start with all the different letters, almost like a scavenger hunt, and then document it like that. I think that would be kind of fun. And it gets the kids involved then too, which is always a good thing. Millie, you usually start mid-December because you never know what to do. You know, and sometimes foundation pages don't work for people. I know, who who was it that told me that they made, it might have been my friend Kasha, who said that she made foundation pages and didn't use them. So she's not doing them because, you know, that's just sometimes the way it goes. For me, I like to have them. For other people, they like to go with the month, and that's really cool. And something special about these types of projects is that it's a choose your own adventure. There is no one right way, you know? It's whatever works for you. Whatever keeps the project joyful. Whatever keeps it joyful. That's what you gotta do, right? All right, let me see what else we got here before I go get my stamp chamois wet, since I didn't do that again. And Risa, you got one done. See? Yeah, just one at a time. When you're feeling overwhelmed, I think that's kind of my best advice is just one step at a time. One page at a time. Let's see, lots of planning done. Hey, Caleb, I see you're here too. We need complex. Okay, well, I'm glad you feel like, I'm glad you feel like it was okay to still be complex. Yeah, because as soon as I saw everybody else's on there, I was like, oh, we're like actually doing basics. So whatever. It was fun though. I enjoyed it. And some people have already done it, and that is like the highest compliment ever. Oh, Shuin's cover page where she did the snow. Yeah. Well, that's okay. You know what? You can still do it, Kay, and it will turn out totally different from hers. And that's also kind of the beauty, right? Is we all have our own spin on things. I already have a bunch of the product play lessons that I'm planning to incorporate in my album. And one of the things I love about product play is taking these ideas and making them your own. So it's still the idea, it still came from the person, but you put twists on it and you find ways to put it in your album that makes it different. And I think that's so fun. Yes, okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna go get this thing wet so that I can stamp names. Well, good. Okay, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to your comment, Millie, about liking complex. I'll come right back to that. Let me go get this thing wet so that we can keep moving. All right. Luckily, the bathroom is just right next door, so it's not like a far hike. In the old house, I used to have to run upstairs to go to the kitchen one and then run back downstairs. It was annoying. Okay. So, your comment about complex. I will say I think I am struggling a little bit this year with the product play class. Because some of it, and it's because I like things a little bit more like intricate, I think. Well, let me back up to go forward. I was struggling with the product play class prior to probably this afternoon. I think going back and watching all of the process videos, because when I was down in Mexico, I only read the blog posts. I didn't watch the videos. I need my black. And I need a block. Okay. Oh, except. Let me think about this for a minute. So, I'll finish my thought, and then I'm going to ask you guys a question. So, I went back and I watched all the videos today. And sometimes I think watching the process videos and hearing some of the backup ideas, like plan B ideas, or how to take the idea that they've come up with and make it bigger, or, that sort of thing, that helped to trigger some ideas of how to incorporate those ideas into my album. Because prior to that, I was like, I don't, it's a little too plain for me and my taste. Like, I want something a little more. So I was struggling with that. And I felt like a lot of the pages were intended for either a title page or a reason why. And once you have your title page and your reason why page, you have 25 stories to go. So I was struggling figuring out how to take the ideas and turn them into something that could be used for a story during the month. Watching the videos helped. Today I did that. And so from that, I will say that there are probably 3 lessons that are currently out that I was originally like, no, I don't think I'm going to do that because I don't know how to put a twist on that to make it work for me. That now I actually have ideas on what to do, or they help to inspire some different ideas that maybe I wasn't thinking about before. So that has helped. And some of them I have really enjoyed in their simplicity as well. So, I don't know. There is value in all of the lessons. I will put it that way. There is value there in all of the lessons. I think I was just struggling because I expected it to be a little bit more extravagant than it is, which is all me because it's literally called Back to Basics. It has the word basics in there, right? So I should have expected that it would be basic and not extravagant, but my little crafty loving heart just wants it to be extravagant. So I think that's kind of that. Okay, so Maria, you've already answered my question. So I have these 4 cards. I'm going to put Erin, Crystal, Isabella, Jonah across the tops of them. And I pulled out my black, but I have black here. So like that's going to be it's not going to be clashing. It's just going to be like heavy, too much. So I had also pulled out my green and red, which is I think what I'm going to do in my Redwoods and Mackenzie. And I think I will go like red on the green cards and green on these cards. I wish this one was another shade of red. I mean, I like that it's blue, but I kind of wish it was red. It'll be fine. I'll get over it. All right, so let's do the boys. So Jonah and Erin, and then me and Izzy. We'll start with Erin. I'm going to use this as a place to stamp off on. Okay. Deb, you're 50-50 for foundation pages. You want to have some and have some to go with the flow too. Yeah, which I think if I was not as like crazy about I don't know, if my process wasn't as crazy, I think I would probably be in that ballpark too of like I want some done and some not. Okay, so AAR is going to be in the middle, and we're doing these in red. 12-hour crop on Saturday and hope to get more done then. Ooh, Barbara, that will be fun for you. Barbara, are you going with the ladies that you normally do the crops with? 12 hours is so long too. Yes. Okay. I feel like the Grinch, but I do like a lot of the lesson. That's so funny, Caleb. I understand. Ashley Rogers. Thank you, Michelle. Nope, I didn't see it. It must be buried up at the top. Yes, Ashley Rogers did the A to Z album, and it's so cool. I think that's such a cool idea. I honestly think it would be really good for a lot of reasons. So number one, if your like daily storytelling is starting to feel kind of stale, I think it would be a great idea to do that one year just to mix it up, which is sort of how I feel about the prompts list this year, that sticking to that strict prompt list is going to, Aaro, let's make sure I spell Aaron's name right. That's going to help keep the project feeling a little more fresh for me. So, which is why I'm doing it that way this year. And I have enough where I could probably do another year like this and possibly even another one after that. But maybe next year I'm like, ooh, I don't want to do prompts, but let's do A to Z. You know, that could be a really fun way to mix it all up. So it's super cool. I love it. And if you don't know what it is, basically every day Ashley documented something to do with Christmas or December that started with a letter of the alphabet. So day one or story one was the letter A, story two was the letter B. You know, so A might be, what is December that starts with an A? Well, I would already be stuck. John. Well, you guys will think of something, I'm sure, while I sit here fumbling. Around here. Advent. Yeah, see, you guys are brilliant. Oh my gosh, Jonh. So it's a really just a fun twist on a December daily album. I think it's really cool. Like for me, a twist would be to document something that happens every day of the month. Like that would be something really out of the box. J-O for me. Which maybe one of these years I'll do it, but most likely I won't. Just because I am who I am. And I'm okay with that. I'm embracing that. But we all reserve the right to change our minds, right? So J is here. Oh boy. Same place too. Oh, okay. Barbara, that's so fun. So I will tell you, Deb, I just read your comment about combining things. So one of the lessons that I thought was like really like the page was really pretty. I liked it, but I was like, I have no idea how I could use that. Was oh, who did it? I'm gonna lose all the names. I need to like list out the names and the lessons so I can give proper credit where credit is due. But the one with the nested circle die cuts where she made it like interactive, it spins and whatnot. I was like, oh, that's so pretty, but like I don't know how I'm gonna use that, so nope. And then I decided that I'm actually going to use that to make a number. I'm going to use it to make the number 8. Maybe I'll bring it out and show you so in a minute here so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, I stamped this too far over. Dang it. Whatever. Who cares? Imperfection is beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to make it into an 8. That's where I was going with that. I'm going to make it into an 8 and then put that. So I'm going to do Amy Gretchen's woven background paper and make that into a pocket that will hold a tag that has the 8. Oh, it's going to be like very over the top, but whatever. And then that's going to have my my prompt. I love Christmas because ... Let's put this away. Okay, so next we need green. Caleb, you're behind in all your projects. You have a baby. Of course you're behind. You're going Friday too. Friday and Saturday. Woo, that's gonna be fun. I know Saturday we're doing the prep party thing. Friday, my kids in school. One of these days, Barbara, I will come and I will join you again. I promise. I should know the middle of my name. I shouldn't have to count my letters. Whatever, it's an S. Allie said she might try it in the future. Wait, what did Allie say she was going to try? I missed that. prompts? Huh. Erica, do you stop your weekly documenting when you do December daily? So do you like do your weekly documenting up through the end of November and then leave December to be just December daily? Curious. Combine that page in another. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Oh, A to Z. Oh, interesting. Allie's gonna do A to Z someday, right? I mean, she's been doing it for so many years. I can only imagine that she's probably ready for some kind of switch up. This is me, Kry. Okay. This one I have to smush together. I have the most letters in my name. R. Oh, I should eat my pizza too. It's gonna go cold. I just get so excited and I forget about all the things. Oh. Okay. K-R-Y-S-T. Oh, and see, like this one, obviously I could have gone further that way, probably. Oh, well. That's one thing that's hard about the scripty ones. There's some of the letters are tiny and some of them are like really big. And it's hard to judge it. Like you can't necessarily just start in the middle. But I'll just kind of take up space. Smush together and spread apart. And L. And this will be fine. Okay. So there's me. So Erin, Crystal, Jonah, and Isabella. Okay. B. It's going to go in the middle-ish. Actually, no, Isabella has the most letters in her name. She beats me. Which, you know, I could just do her nickname, which is Izzy, but nah, we're going to do her whole name. Because then I'd have to do JoJo for Jonah. I-S-A. Smushing it all together. Caleb, where did you already say that, where she said it? Was it in one of the, like, lives? Oh. Erica, I was asking if, do you stop your weekly documenting for the month of December, or do you keep it going? Because I know that you do a weekly documenting project, and I'm curious if you carry it through, or if you stop it and then just do December daily in December. E. You're going to be in Puerto Rico this Saturday. Woo! No, your nephew got it too? Oh. Millie, how is your niece doing? I know you were saying that she was in the hospital. How's she doing? Or on a ventilator, but coming off, right? Or at least it was reducing. LLA. You just do December daily. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, then that makes total sense that you would not do prompts. That you would do the weekly stuff, because that is your weekly stuff, right? That makes total sense. Okay, Isabella. There we are. Okay. Oh, prep day that she said it? That's probably. It's the one thing I haven't watched, so that would make sense. I listen to everything all day. That's funny. All right, so there are my tags with everybody's names. I think for now I'll set this over there because I don't know if I'm going to need it again. So we'll just put it all up there. And put this away. Take a bite. Okay. All right, so that's going to go in here. So it will go Erin, Crystal, and then Isabella, and Jonah. So then you'll see our names kind of peeking up. What I'm thinking I'm going to do here is add a photo, like a square photo of each of us. So this one will be Erin, this one will be me, Izzy, and JoJo. And then on the back, I'm going to type out our bucket list. So I'm going to ask Erin, like, what are the top 5 things that you want to do this December? Whatever he says, I'm typing it out and putting it on there. I'll put mine on the back of mine. I'll ask the same thing of Izzy, like, what are 5 things you want to do for Christmas time this year? And I'll ask Jonah too, which his will probably not make a whole lot of sense, but that's okay. That's kind of the fun of it, right? So we've got that. Now, another thing that came in the mail for me today is, are some black eyelets. And what I need to do, so what I'm going to do is add eyelets into the edges here so that I can stick it in the album. So what I want to do then is layer these on here so I can make sure that they, like, how far do these go? Probably need to go like a little bit up higher. Maybe like that. Just so I can figure out where to put the holes. That's probably good. Yeah. So I know if they need to basically be touching and even. And I'm going to lay my template on top, kind of get that even on here. And hopefully this will work. So we'll do dot, 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 5 and 6. Okay. Oh, thank you for your compliments on the stamping. Yes, this stamp, I have found that to be the trick. Like, they work the best, this particular font, I like the best when the different letters are touching each other. That I feel like when it's smushed in together, it looks the best. So yeah, when I stamp it, that's what I do. I just kind of make sure that everything matches. Now, this is going to be interesting because I don't know how Canvas is going to punch, but you know, we'll find out. I guess. Because, oh, it kind of works. All right. Okay, that's going to work, kind of. So, let me see here. Like, I might need to just, like, poke a hole and smush it through. I think that's what I'm going to do for the next ones. And then, let's do that, I guess. Okay, so I read that. Let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, so if you are on side B, And you need to be on like 2, I think it said. I don't know. Let's test it. If I waste a couple, it's not a big deal. Now, let's just get some spare paper here. Okay, so if I put you through, and I'm going to put you on top. I mean, that wasn't great. Okay, so let's try a different. Do that again. So, anybody know how to do this? Are you putting them on top of a page, or are they going to be without anything underneath? They're going to be without anything underneath, for sure. All right, so did I keep that packaging? Does that tell me? Okay, you are not telling me anything. All right, so that you would whack with a hammer. Deb, we have that same thing. My mom has the same thing. So she makes clothes, and I used to help her, and we did that too. Where you had like the tool that you had to hammer. Okay, this, I don't know. So what if I did this one, not the other one? Let's try it. Go on. So that you don't fall off. Oh, you are falling off. Okay. Go in the hole, please. Thank you. Or did I just lock it? No. Yeah. Okay, that was definitely not the right one. Okay, the last one was better than that. Okay, maybe you are the problem. No, I don't think so, actually. It's gotta be you. Okay, I'm gonna try one more, and if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna try the first one. Oh, I missed it. Where is she? She's getting better. The doctors took her off sedatives except one. Ventilators 40%. Machine is the lowest it can be at 21. Well, that's good that she's coming, that it's still improving. Millie, that is positive to hear. And I 100% feel you. Erin's aunt, who is also anti-vax, is currently hospitalized as well. We don't know much about her condition because we're not as close with her. But, shoot, I meant to change that. Should I? Wait. Anyway, but, it's hard. It's hard to, like, see all that happening, you know? Okay, I'm about to go look this up on the computer. Yes, they are eyelets with a direction state to use top A and base 1. Oh, top D. Okay. Oh, wait, so this is the top. So maybe that's my, no, that's it. I'm right. Okay. So that is C. That is B. D. There's D. Go up. So top D and base 4. Which I think is that. Or is it that? Okay, let's try this. Thank you, Brenda. Yeah, I'm like, what the heck? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep testing all of these. Ah, that's so funny. Okay, yeah, this one has a grommet with it, or a grommet. Is that what that's called? Yeah, a grommet with it, and I have no idea how to use this. Okay, so let's see if that is what they mean by 4. I'm not going to keep doing that. That was better. Why are you... Ugh. Okay, let me try one more and see if I just had that wrong. Because what's happening is it's squishing in the... Let's try this. It's squishing in side of the hole, which is going to be problematic. Oops. Because I won't be able to put it on the ring. So let's try this one more time. All right. That was definitely not right. Okay, so I think it is this one for sure. Okay. All right, here we go. Last attempt. That would work better, but it's not, I might need to like hammer that. So I usually don't bother. Yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes it's fine. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna go slow. Maybe that is why. I mean, that's definitely right, but I don't know if that's gonna go on. Let me see if that will go on my album. I think it might be too small. In which case, I need a different plan. Will you go on? Which one is it? This one? Yeah, no, you are not going to go on. You would, though. The one that I messed up. Okay, what if I do it with no grommet? Right? Like, what would that do? Here you go. So, okay, no grommet. Where'd that go? Okay, there it is. All right, top is a... Oh, that is A. Okay, top is A. Base is 1. Your base 1. Okay. Here we go again. Okay, but will you stay? Okay, I think that could possibly work. Now, it is wonky. It is not pretty, but I don't know if I care. So, let's just do it and find out what happens. Okay. Maybe if I go slow, it won't. That was bad. Oh, it's going to be fine. Okay. Whatever. All that fuss for nothing. Okay, so we're going to, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this to kind of like poke my hole. Because the thing is, or maybe I just want to do the itty bitty tiny hole. Because the canvas is going to fray, you know? It's like, because it is fabric and not paper. So I'm thinking that I can do that and then just kind of like push it through. Yeah. And it will be a little bit more solid. Yeah, that's going to be totally fine. I didn't even need to be that fussy. Whatever. Actually, no, wait, I did this, right? Tiny hole. I'll just clip some of that off. And smush this in the hole. Hello? You're fine. Do you need me?
Are you doing your live stuff?
What?
Still doing your live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so there is one. Hopefully this works. Kind of. It's like a little bit, come on. I'm gonna stab myself. Ugh. Nope, it did not work as great as I wanted it to. Darn it. Well, shoot. My hope was to get it in here. I wonder if I could. It's almost like that needed to be better. How can I make this work? Yeah, you are too fat. What if what if we took like a screw? Like I just want it to like stretch it out in there a little bit. I knew it was going to be risky. Okay, now will you go? Okay. It goes on, but it is definitely not easy to turn at all. What'll happen is it's going to end up just pulling these through. Well, shoot. Okay. Well, I might have to plan B this. And maybe just trim that off and add it to like one of these. Instead. Okay, I might do that because that I think is going to be too much work. So let's do that. Just gonna like freehand it. Which I guess I want to kind of even it out. I don't want it to all be Okay. I could have done that, Brenda. Yeah, I could have. Gone ahead and just, you know, put some ribbons through. Or I forget who it was. I think it might have actually been Tashi, who had a video either it might have been 2 years ago, where she had these like little like clip things that she put through. Did I put this on the wrong way? No. And that would have worked too, but that's okay. We'll just do this and it'll be fine. So we'll do that. I'm gonna do the same thing here. So I'm just gonna like trim off the edge a bit more. Who knew that this one was gonna end up being so dang complicated? Okay, so this one can go here. These little strips that I'm using are from Citrus Twist, and they work pretty cool. They work pretty well, actually. Okay, so that's going to be that. Now, what I'm going to do, because I want these to actually be separate, so I thought that that would be kind of fun, is I'm actually just going to cut them apart in the middle, like so. So that will be the top one, which is a bit crooked, and then this will be the bottom one. Okay. Again, all that fuss, and for what? All right, so now that we've got that and that, and don't need the hammer anymore. Okay. Lynn, I like how we have the same mindset there. Yep, time to pull out the plastic thing. All right, so for my number here, now part of this is going to go up above the tags. So what I'm going to do to adhere this down, which this is a this is Colorcast design number from last year. I just bought another set of them because I loved them and I wanted them. These are not adhesive backed though. No, they're not. You know, actually, yeah, I'm just going to take this piece, this backing off. So what I'm going to do is add adhesive on here, probably red line tape. That's going to go from just this portion. So grab that out and go just right here. I think I'll do 2 of them for good measure. Okay. That can go there. Okay, and then we're going to add December over top. This I'm going to use liquid adhesive because I think that that will attach best to the fabric material, like better than roller adhesive. I'm not sure if the roller adhesive would, where do I want to do the M in part of the E? So here is fine. Anyway, I'm not sure that it would stick down real nicely for a long amount of time, right? So just in case. Here. Okay. So that can go there. I could have like propped it up if I wanted to, but I also kind of don't want to because that would be obnoxious to put all the foam tape on there. And this page has taken me long enough, so we're just gonna stick it where it goes. Okay. Bucket. Pull over list as well. It might absorb it. I don't know. Do you think that what we can do is come back to it, I guess, later. Well, when I go to do the page, right, and see if it's sticking down well enough or not. But I figure that since it'll probably go into the paper and into the fabric, that it might adhere it pretty well together. We'll see. Okay, bucket and list. Okay, so there's that. Look good on the black, maybe a white pen. Yeah, that's a good idea, right? I like that. Okay, well there it is. So there is foundation page number 1, which took me forever, but here we are. So number 1, December bucket list. So all I have left to do on this is fill in photos, the actual bucket list, and then probably put some twine. Actually, maybe I'll pull out twine right now and just do that. You know what? I'm going to use black and white because I just like black and white. So let's put some twine in this real quick. And then that should be good. So let's just do that. And put this through here. I like it because it gives an additional pop of the black, so it's not just in the title. And I'm going to trim those down a bit too because they're a bit longer than I want. Okay, so foundation page number 2, I will show you what I'm going to do, but there's actually not much I can really do for it. So I will stick it in a page protector so that when day 2 comes, you know, all I have to do is get the stuff out and make it. Story number 2 is going to be about a childhood memory, or childhood Christmas memory. And this is something I do every year. So every year I try to tell a different childhood story from Christmas time. And I typically include Aaron as well. So he'll tell a story as well. It's crooked. Okay, it's better. So he'll tell a story as well. Now, last year I did a story about movies. So for me, it was about Polar Express and going to see that with my family in theaters. And then for Aaron, he talked about how his family always watches A Christmas Story on Christmas Day, just on repeat. So that was last year. This year, I already know the one I'm going to tell is going to be about Christmas pajamas. That was a tradition that my mom started for our family, and then we've carried it through to our family now as well. So I pulled a picture of my siblings and I from when we were kids, all dressed up in our Christmas pajamas. It's in a scrapbook that she made for me. So, you know, I've got that right here. So that, I'm just going to take a picture of the picture and use that. Aaron, I don't have a lot of pictures from when he was young. However, my mother-in-law recently sold her house. And by recently, I mean like in the last year, sold her house and moved to North Carolina. When she did that, she dumped all of her photos, like tubs and tubs and tubs of photos, at my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's house. So I reached out to her yesterday to say like, hey, Caitlin, do you still have all those photos at your house that I can come and, you know, scavenge through? And she said yes. So one of these days, I just need to go over there and pay her a visit. and just dig through photos until I can find some from Christmas time, and then use that to like, hey Erin, look at this picture and tell me the story of what's going on here. So that's what we're going to do for story number 2. So I'll show you how it works here. So the way to, where did I put those? The way this is going to work is I'm actually going to use, I'm going to use these cards from last year's kit. These were the, does it still have the backing on it? If it does, I want that off. Yeah, it does. Okay, take that off. So these are the transparency cards. There were like 5 of them, I think. They say December stories, the highs, the lows, everything in between, and the date. And then there's this big rectangular blank space. So what I'm going to do is print a photo of the photo for each of us as a 4x6. And that is going to go on the back of the tag, or of this canvas pocket. I may adhere it down on the pocket. We'll see if I can get it to adhere. If I can't, that's okay too. Then on top of the photo, so photo will be underneath. On top, I'm going to layer the December Stories cards. So there'll be one on the top, one on the bottom. And then I'm just going to use my sewing machine to stitch in red, since it already has red stitching, across the top, so that there'll be the photo underneath, this on top, and then before I stitch it, I'll write the story with my Slick Writer pen from Allie Edwards so that we can get the story on there documented. So then when it's stitched down, this piece will be able to like fold up, not all the way, but you'll be able to like pick it up a little bit, bend it up to see the photo underneath if you want to see it without the words and the haze on top. So that is my story 2 idea. And for the number, I'm either going to use this like red heart. I'll probably end up putting the number on Aaron's story just because he usually has less words than me. Or I'm going to use this one. It's going to depend on the photo underneath. And then I've got a wood veneer too that I can put on top of the heart. So it'll be one of those. But beyond figuring out the products I want to use, I don't actually have what I need to create the page because I don't have the photos. So what I'm going to do with this one is take my materials here and my drawing, and I'm just going to stick it in a pocket. Like so. If I can get this open, there it is. So I'm going to stick this in here so that when we get to day 2, there it is. Also, I'm going to take this one and put it in with, maybe I'll put it up with like Aaron's, right? So that that's there for reference when I need it. So that's going to be story number 2. So 1 and 2. And then that gives me a pocket I can use for another one. Okay. Story number 3. Okay. Oh no, resets, buffering. If you can hear me, you may want to close out and come back in. See if that helps. Ooh, what do we got? What question? Caleb, all I did is laugh at your question. Wait, what did I laugh at? Oh, I didn't even see it. Yeah. Basically, Billy's answer. Yep. It is a laugh at. That is a laugh at answer. Yep. Okay. Ooh, a jack-o'-lantern page. That sounds like a fun page. Okay, story number 3. Moving right along. I want to get 3 and 4 done today. Oh, I don't have all the pieces. No, I forgot to cut something out. Well, I can cut it out and do it later. but we can do the rest of it right now. Story number 3 is going to be a letter to Santa. So originally in my prompt list, I had this as story 4, but I decided to swap it with story 4 because I knew I just wanted it to be this little envelope. And number 4 needed like a whole page. So I was like, well, that works. I can have, you know, because the nice thing about doing foundation pages like this is I'm also figuring out the flow to my album. So over here, we're going to have the family stories or childhood stories. And then this little piece in the middle, and then another one that's a full page over here will be story 4. So it just kind of helps me get everything situated the way I want it. So I have this craft envelope. This was part of the December daily release this year. I'm going to poke out these holes. And what this is going to be is a letter to Santa. So I will write a letter to Santa, and I'll see if Aaron wants to do it this year again. He did last year. He may not. And then the kids will write letters to Santa as well. So what I will likely do is create a small letter to Santa template. And that way they can all slip in here. So for my number, I'm going to be using this number 3. This is from last year. I just didn't use it last year. And I'm thinking I might want to staple it on so that it stays very secure, because this is going to be moved up and down. This one will end up being a little bit bulky too, because there's going to be a bunch of paper in here, and then I'm going to put an acrylic piece on the back. So, you know, this is going to add some bulk, but that's okay. I guess I can start by using red line tape, and we'll see how that goes, I suppose. Well, okay, where can I put this? So like here, here, and in the middle there. Okay. Well, hi, Jojo.
Here you go, Mama.
Oh, thank you. He just threw some beads in here. Magnolia has a cute letters to Santa with all. I saw that at Target. They look so cute. I also I picked up a set that comes with like a. I don't know how big they are, so I'll have to see how big they are. Because, I mean, it doesn't matter because I can always take a picture of it and reprint it smaller or whatever. That would be fine too. But at Target, they had a set where it came with a paper, there we go, a paper mailbox. And I thought that would be really cute for a certain small Santa worker to bring. I hate how this backing like sticks to you so badly. Anyway, so we'll have, you know, that individual bring the mailbox and the letters one of the days in December. Well, I guess day 2 probably, so I can document it on day 3. Which I still need to make that person or that individual's, it's not really a person, right? That individual's schedule for December is still on my bucket list to do as well. Come on, backing. Can we not? The number 3 is 4 inches by roughly 3.75. So 3.75 wide by 4. These were made to fit inside of like a 3x4 pocket. So they're slightly narrower. Okay, so we're going to start by putting this here. I think that actually will work just fine. Okay, so then I have this puffy sticker set from Paper Person last year. And I liked the way that these two pieces kind of fit, like right here and right here. Thought that could give it a little pizzazz. I debated adding some other things. Like I could put these. Actually, this could be kind of fun. Like if we just put all these like stars in here. Kind of uses those up, right? Maybe that's too much. Yeah, I don't really like that very much. Okay, so we'll take that back off. Never mind. No to stars. I also could see if I've got anything in here that says like Santa. No, maybe. Oops. Maybe that. Okay, these are all little pieces from ColorCast. So this says making lists and checking them twice, which I kind of like for this story. So that could go there. I wonder, what would it look like to have these closer? No, I like them better further apart. Okay, what do you think? Should I put the Santa on that sticker sheet? Maybe. He's like a masked Santa. I actually have a different Santa that I'm going to be putting somewhere else. I'm thinking maybe this making lists and checking them twice. But on the back side of this, you know what I was originally going to do was do a stamp up at the top that was a cut file. But I'm going to go the easy route and just use one from the sticker set so that I don't have to back a cut file. Because why make things harder? All right, so then back here, I'm going to put Hello Santa. So this is where I'm like, yeah, this one's going to be a bit bulky. That's okay. I want to use some of these acrylic pieces. This one I think was from last year maybe. That I never used, but I really, really like it. It's cute. It could be from this year though. I don't know. Do you guys know? Okay, so we've got Hello Santa. Just gonna go right here. Okay. Okay. Oh, are you guys talking about the Previous years and they're on sale. Last year's Mary album. Oh, yeah. How you get your albums, that they're on sale more. Yes. If you are like the Citrus Twist Life Crafted, I know Shuin posted that they were doing their like nearly perfect sale, which is a good way to get less expensive albums as well if you like that size. Oops. Come on, get in the hole. Okay. There. Oh, hello, Maggie. Yes, I am still here. I missed earlier this morning, and I wanted to get caught up to get those ones done, and the ones that I was going to do earlier, and the ones from now as well, or from tonight. Okay, so I'm going to put this cute little stamp up here because that's just cute, and then I want to do this, making lists and checking them twice. What else do I have? Nope. No to you. Let's see, anything down here? No. No. That's like white. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with this, making lists and checking them twice, and let that be that. Okay. So that can just go here in the middle. A little bit more over. Okay. And that, my friends, preps this one. I think that's it for now. I can decide later if I want to have a closure on it, like if I want to add, get off of me, if I want to add a Velcro piece to put here, but that's going to be that. So let's stick that in the album. And this one really doesn't need anything else. So I guess for now what I'll do is kind of fold this up. This can help me keep track of stories when they're done. So that will go in there. And this will go in there. So making lists, checking them twice. And hello, Santa. Okay, so that's number 3. And we just have one more I'd like to do.
Are you done with it?
I'm not all done. I'm almost done now. This one's going to be quick.
I need it.
I'll come lay with you after I'm done, okay? Yeah. Let's see. Use that envelope for your kids and another one for yours and your husband's. I could do that, Maria. It might depend on how much journaling I have. And sometimes that's something I'll do is kind of look into, okay, I can't fit everything in here. I do have other envelopes. Like I have this one, which is just, it's a vellum envelope that could be really pretty to pair with it. And it's bigger than the craft. So like, let me show you. Like, let's say I decided like, yep, I need another envelope. So I could use a vellum one behind it. It would poke out from behind, and then that could hold more. And then maybe this has some kind of extra closure or something. Oh, I forgot this is in here too. This is what I'm thinking of adding to maybe there. But like this could go here if I needed more space, right? And then it's another little letter. So who knows? For now, this just stays in my stash. And that bridge I will cross, I suppose, when I get there. But this I need to put in. I don't want to forget him. Okay, he's just cute. Yeah, and now this is empty. Number 4. So number 4, let's see if I got anything else. You've ordered so much that if your wife is going to hurt you if you get more. That's so funny. Yes. It's the worst, right? You had to buy her something to distract her. The Star Kit video, my husband was like, no. That's funny. Yep. Oh, Michelle, I'm glad your husband is okay with me. See, you come to me to help you use your stuff. Sometimes I enable, but we use stuff here. By which I mean craft stuff, of course. All right, so what we're going to do is put this one together. So for this is going to be about turning the Christmas lights on for the very first time. So what I have designed is that I want to use, okay, so here's where I started with this design. This title piece right here is where I wanted to begin from, because typically when I turn on the Christmas lights for the first time, and not necessarily, okay, so you could take this prompt 2 different ways, right? You could talk about how you plug them in for the first time and only half of them work, and it's like the most frustrating thing in the world, because you have to figure out either one, I'm going to test every bulb until I figure out which one is the problem, or 2, I'm just going to go out and buy another strand because option 1 is just obnoxious. So there's that whole story, and that could potentially be part of the story. And maybe now that I'm thinking about it, it should be part of the story. And then talking about how once the tree is all lit and you sit down on your couch or wherever it is, and you just kind of like look at your Christmas tree that's fully lit in the dark for the first time in the season, everything feels calm and bright, even after the mad chaos of trying to figure out how to get the darn lights all working. By the end of it, everything is calm and bright. So I wanted to use this piece here to tell that story. What I want to do is take a picture of the Christmas tree when it's all lit up in the dark, and probably one that is blurry. I believe, is it called bokeh? Is that what it's called when it's like kind of bubbly looking? I want a picture like that of our tree, and then I want to put that underneath a page of typed out journaling on vellum. So this is going to go on top of vellum, and because of that, I won't be able to get this part prepped because I'll need to type it out first. But just to give you an idea of what that's going to look like, let me get a piece of vellum. Oh, sorry about the rustling. Okay, so here's a piece of vellum. We'll pretend that we've got a photo of the tree. So here's like a pretend photo of just whatever. So we'll have the tree, we'll have the vellum. It's not going to be this big. It's only going to be as wide as this piece. So I measured that first. That's going to go at the bottom with either one of these. I'm not sure which one. That says the best way to spread Christmas cheer, or maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. Now that I am looking at these, I think I want to do that one. So we'll just make that decision. So these are going to layer on top of each other, and then up here is going to be my journaling in black text, most likely. At the top, to attach it to the photo, I will use washi tape. I probably will use one of these ones. So like this is a fabric tape from Tim Holtz. So I might use that. I've also got like a greenery kind of one. Ooh, actually that's really pretty. Well, it depends on the photo behind, right? But I kind of like that too. Anyway, so I've got some fabric tape from him, or I could pull out some of my washi tapes and use those to attach it here at the top. Now, here's the thing about washi tape is it's not super permanent. And I know people love washi tape because it's not super permanent, but I want it to be super permanent. So what I will do in order to make it so is add a little bit of score tape underneath my washi tape. So it's like my washi tape is stuck to score tape, which is stuck to my journaling. And then the backside will be adhered to something else. I don't have to worry about that. Just the top of this one. And then probably when I flip it open, I'll add another strip here as well, just to give it a finished look. So that's going to be on the right side of the page, right? So it'll be kind of like that. To attach it into the album, I wanted to use this transparency from last year. So this is like black and white and rose gold or gold maybe, snowflakes and trees. And I thought this would be really pretty next to a colorful photo of the tree and all the writing and all that stuff. So this, I'm going to make sure is, the backing is off. Yes. So then I had measured that this essentially needs to be like I need to cut it down to about 2.5 inches. I may just leave it at what it is because once I get my photo adhered on, like let's say this is my photo and it goes more like here, because I think that's about where it's going to hit, is just a little over 2 inches, right? And we're imagining that it only goes to here. I'm going to stitch it onto the photo. And then on the back side, I will adhere down a photo or whatever onto the back as well. So it'll just be stitched. For my number though, right? Because that's really all I'm going to prep on this one is the number because the rest of it has to wait. But it's nice having a lot of it figured out because it means it's just less to kind of consider and think about later. So what I'm going to do is add a heart transparency right into the middle so that the holes don't interfere. And we're going to just staple it in and add my puffy gold numbers on top. This is story number 4. So knowing that, I just want you to be in the middle. And actually, the next day is going to have the same thing. I'm going to grab that because I'm just going to staple it at the same time. And let me get it. Where are you at? Okay. So the next day I'm going to put a different transparent heart on the back side so that they kind of line up with each other. And they'll hold the numbers. Does not look like it's halfway. Let's find out. Yeah, it's probably about good. Whatever. I'm going to call it good enough. So let me get my tiny attacher out. I don't think I'm going to be able to reach it all the way up. Nope. So I guess okay, I guess you're good enough. So I'm just going to staple it into place. And oh, tiny tweezers. Okay. So then we're going to do a 0 and a 4. Okay. Wait, what? Are you going to do anything to the words? Do you mean, Maria, do you mean these ones, the white glittery ones? I'm just going to leave them just as is because I like them white and glittery. So those I'm just going to leave and not really do anything to. I think they'll be fine. But you totally could if you want to. Like, you totally could paint them and stuff. I have an app that turns photos to bokeh. I love that effect. Michelle, you need to tell us what that app is. Last year I looked up like how to do or maybe it was 2 years ago, I looked up how to do a blurry photo, and it's like you hold your hand in front of your camera, because I use my phone, and have it focus on your hand, and then take it away and take a picture. Because then it's still technically focused close and not far. So it does take a blurry picture, but it's not technically the bokeh. But yes, tell us the app. True bokeh, I think. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay, so here's what this one's going to be prepped so far. So the photo will line up here on the edge, whatever, you know, the normal photo. And then this will go over top, and journaling will be up here, like so. But I will I'll run this through my printer and print my text on there. So what I can do for this one then is we're going to put the vellum away. So don't need that yet. And my stand-in photo. And then we'll put this in the album. So this is going to go here, right? So it looks, when you look through, it'll be pretty. You'll see the vellum and stuff behind it, like that. And then the rest of the pieces I'm going to put with this in another page protector to hold on to it. Okay, so there's that. All right, so that gives me story 1 through 4 that now have a home and a plan, in addition to the calendar and my title page, which is going to go here. This will be really pretty because if you imagine that, so now that we have this behind here, you can see this a little bit better. So imagine that the white side is a photo. So the photo will go there, right? And then these, and there'll be stars and stuff too. But these will go, although that's kind of hard to see now. Interesting. So I might need to, what if I spray painted this white? That would be interesting. I might spray paint this white so that you can see it. Or, because there's a lot of text going on here, or what I might do is print like a vellum picture to put right in here, because that could break it up. He's okay, Aaron. He's okay.
I'm looking for something.
I'm just thinking through one more thing, then I'm done. Okay, so yes, if we had vellum here in between, then it becomes much easier to see. So that might be what I need to do, is print a vellum picture. Maybe of our house. That could be fun, like a front picture of our house. I'm gonna write that down. Okay. So let me get a pen here, and I'm going to say print photo of front.
Ooh. Hey, Mama. You have to get this.
Okay.
You have to get this.
Okay.
Mama, you have to. It's really good. Again.
Okay, give me 2 minutes, okay? 2 minutes. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So we got this. We got it figured out. I'm glad that I brought that out so that I could see what that's going to look like and discover that there's a problem. Okay, so yeah, because then we'll have reason why, photo, December bucket list. Cool. I like it. I'm happy. So let's put this all away, and then that's going to be that. So tomorrow I am going to be back here at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to be working through story number 5, 6, and 7, I believe, is my plan tomorrow. So we'll get 3 more foundation pages done tomorrow, and then on Tuesday we'll do a bunch more. Not Tuesday. Thursday is what I meant to say. On Thursday we'll do a bunch more. So that's that. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing all of these ones come together today. That first one took me forever, but that's okay. It turned out awesome. It only took forever because of the grommets or the eyelets, you know. Put that up on the shelf. So it is what it is. Now you know that doesn't work.
Mommy.
You want to come say hi?
Yeah.
And say goodnight?
Can you pick me up?
Yeah, I can pick you up.
Good night.
Good night. So that is that. All right, friends. Oh, Liz, I'll answer your question real quick. Do I have a planning video of the foundation pages? I don't, per se.
Mommy.
Jojo, go to your room. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. I don't per se. I use an Excel file that I create to just kind of track everything. And then as I'm working through the stories is when I kind of come up with a plan. So like, for example, I need to do a spread about, what's the next one I need to plan out? I just did one about movies, or like my number 1 movie I want to watch this season. I don't know. There's whatever. But let's pretend there's another story that I need to tell, right? And I don't have a plan for it yet. I usually take that story and then decide, like, you know, how would I want to put my words? How would I want, like, do I think I'm going to journal a lot, a little, big photos, little photos? And then a lot of times I'll go to my product and say, like, okay, what is something I want to use that I bought this year that I want to use? For example, I want to use these pleather hearts. Like that's the top of my list of something I want to get all used up. So that might be something I come in here and look at and say, okay, I've got, you know, I have 6 pleather hearts, and how can I use these to tell that story? So sometimes that's just dependent on what I've got in my stash that I don't want to just hoard and leave for next year. So anyway, I hope that answers your question. Basically, no, I don't have a planning video for December other than just foundation pages like this. So, all right, friends. Well, that is it for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic night, guys. Bye, friends.